what are some of the things that we can do to ensure that a company is not dependent on its owner? Because I would assume that makes the company far less valuable.
Yeah, if you're asking me, I think it's back to the dilemma I have so often with clients is this. It's an inability to see themselves for who they are. But you also have to understand that when they started the company in the basement or in the garage, it was just them, and they became the natural octopus. So all of that made a lot of sense. So we're asking people to do this mind shift and a kind of an attitude shift about looking for other resources within their company or maybe going outside their company. But in many ways, they didn't really, and this is counter to what I said earlier, they may not have all those resources inside because they eliminated people who had the drive and had the incentive because they did want to control everything. So we're always looking at, we start with the owner of the company and or his or her leadership team. And we kind of do a self-analysis of why is it that things aren't moving in the direction we want them to move in. Just yesterday, I spoke to an extremely successful entrepreneurial client who runs a small shop. And he's kind of crossing that bridge of deciding whether or not he wants to sell or keep and turn it over to management. And he was talking to me about his senior leadership team and the fact that he sets these goals and objectives, but when he leaves town for a couple of weeks, he comes back, nothing happened. And I asked him, well, did you find out why it didn't happen? He said, no, I never asked that question. And I think that there's an abiding fear among entrepreneurs to what I call be curious. That when you see something that isn't working or isn't functioning, ask questions and you'll get some really good answers. What happens, I think, in that whole process is the owner starts to learn what resources he has that he can tap into, where he has to go outside the organization to bring in that talent. But unless you're willing to take that hard look and understand that you have to change the way you look at your business, it's not going to move forward.